Welcome to Commander Pop Culture, a place to gather magical information with some laughs, might I add. I now have a new member. Kermit the Frog has been a member for 4 days now. You are my fourth member to join the ranks of the Colonel's crew. Thank you so much.
Frankly, make us family. Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
In case you didn't know, if you want to support the channel in more of a monetary way, you can. I don't force that on anybody. I have 4 tiers. It goes from junior enlisted, senior enlisted, junior officer, and senior officer. And I picked the lowest tiers that YouTube has to offer, and that's purely because I build decks on a budget and it wouldn't feel right to ask for a lot of money. That is why it's that cheap. Hey, I'm playing against the Mothman, against Tatyova and Sram. Sram might have a hard time against me because I have a lot of edict effects in this list and just straight up removal. This thing might never get off the floor, I'd say, but we'll keep it. Sram is normally a Voltron list, and it's one of the very few creatures they run. If it dies a handful of times, the deck doesn't function. I'll be curious how I play against the Mothman. I haven't played against one in a while. I have a buddy that plays it in paper. Unfortunately, I moved away, so I won't have the pleasure of playing against it for a while, but tonight is the night. And Tatyova is a bit of a boogeyman on the Semic world. All they do is draw cards off the lands. Turns out when you make a permanent replace itself and it represents a third of your deck, it's super powerful. Who would have thought? Oh, we like seeing Hedron Crab. I think this targets. Yeah, so if he targets me, it's probably the most effective because I won't gain access to other people's cards. But we could get milled out. This guy on the right's a dedicated mill player, and the guy in the middle has little pieces like this in there. That is also something that hasn't happened to me in a long time. Get my Word Power Stone down. It's kind of greedy. Maybe I should have killed this, but whatever. We're in a long haul. We're playing a long game. We will die eventually. I still play a lot of games with friends that's not content related. I have a group of buddies I play Magic with outside of just playing on the channel. I play Moto with, and then I haven't played much paper lately, mostly because my life has been busy. I now have a 9-to-5 job, which I'm not used to. It's been a long time since I've worked a traditional job, and that sucks up a lot of my personal time. Me and my wife, we do stuff with our kids on the weekend, and we haven't had a weekend together in like 2 years. So it's really important to her that we spend quality time with each other and with the kids. And it's important to me too, don't get me wrong. Beforehand, I was working weekend, she was working the work week, and then there was always someone home that watched the kids. But that just meant less time between us two. And that was probably not the best for a long-term thing, even though we did it for 2 years, so it's probably longer than we should have went. And that comes with expenses too, like childcare is god-awful expensive. I pay more for childcare than I do for my house. It's insane. I make a lot of effort though. A lot of my friends and my family will tell you that I carve a good amount of time for them. I go out of my way and I go above and beyond for those people, and you should. If you want them around in your life, you have to. They'll give up on you. They'll stop asking you to do things. Like when my kids get older and they don't want anything to do with me, then I'll need some kind of structure to fall back on, and I don't want to start from scratch. That also is a good reason to maintain relationships. Like once you're out of college, you want to start from scratch as a middle-aged person, meeting friends when it's harder, or just maintain the ones you have. Man, I'm quite fortunate that I'm playing with a mill deck, because that will definitely make my game plan a lot stronger. How big is it? Oh god, he's huge already. Eldest Reborn here. Unfortunately, edict effects get weaker as the game goes on, so I might as well get some value out of it, and then I could reanimate something from someone. I'm surprised he gave up his SRAM over Cogsworth. I'm okay with him keeping Cogsworth, because cards is king. Yeah, it's not forgiving. screw up, you have to live with your mistake. Which I kind of like. It makes you a more cognizant player. I don't like rewinding things when we're 2 turns past what had happened. It's just non-value time added to your day or to the game. I might kill this on this end step. Oh, the guy in the middle surrendered.
Game over, man. It's game over.
There you go. But now his mana is untapped, which messes with everything. Maybe I'll wait till he declares attack, see if he hits the guy on the left. Because he surrendered, priority wasn't passed to me. I would have killed this while his mana was tapped. And now his mana is untapped and he could have a counterspell in his hand. So I'm particularly annoyed that I have to play with the risk of him interacting with me. There's no social aspect in online. You know what I mean? I can't look someone in the eye and like hold them accountable for their behavior. I can't lecture them for being a douchebag like I do in person. I'm a very confrontational and direct individual when it comes to bad behavior. Alright, see if he can counter it. If he counters it, I blame the guy in the middle. Alright. Yeah, more unfiltered. It's like Reddit. I met some cool people on Reddit though. I'm not gonna knock on Reddit too bad. You definitely get the truth from people. The very harsh truth. Yeah, I don't know about more good than bad. Probably more bad than good. Be the more accurate way of putting it. Well, I got another black source. It wasn't a land I have to pay for it, but whatever. I will gladly accept. Does this give ward? Oh man, Godsword's pretty sick. I could just piss everyone off today. His commander will cost him at least 6 if he recasts it. You'll be 1 mana short unless he has a mana in hand. But yeah, let's be an a-hole. Keep the board empty. Oh, you know what? I forgot that Nowhere to Run ignores ward abilities.
Read it. Read the card, moron.
First time I ever played, I could just kill Sram and let him keep his Codsworth. And then save my Soul Shatter to maybe scoop up Codsworth plus whatever the guy on the right plays. And I'd still have Defile left in my hand. A little bit of a blunder on my part. We'll do Marcus though. It's a card advantage piece, makes my stuff bigger. It's just fun. Lens. But again, only had 2 swamps, so that's kind of a bummer. Yeah, I'd rather have my mana up for interacting at instant speed. Is this a vehicle deck? Now I feel bad for picking on this guy a little bit. Thought this was going to be an equipment list. Definitely chose to play the hard mode over there. The only crux of my game plan is counter magic, which this guy on the right can definitely be playing. Killing this is not a big deal because it makes people sack 3 things and it just lets me bounce back into the game, but they counter it on the stack. That's a pretty brutal time walk. And obviously I'm telegraphing that I have enough mana to cast it next turn. Lily Bowen. Oh, nice. Double the counter from Branching Evolution. Doesn't this just die next turn? Because it gets doubled on his upkeep, and then that gets doubled because of Branching Evolution. I'll be at 12 power next turn. We're a Soul Shatter now, though. We're not going to deal with that. Well, he doesn't have counter magic. You would have dealt with that. Boys down. Another tip for playing theft decks is you shouldn't steal too much from an individual person, and that's because if they surrender, all the permanents you've stolen goes up in smoke, and then you'll be left with nothing to deal with whoever's left over. So you gotta take a little bit from everybody.
I want it all.
And I've prevented this guy from drawing a lot of cards, and this guy has all the +1/+1 counter shenanigans going on. Oh, casualties of war. Although I make him sack 3 permanents and I get a bunch of free stuff. Blew up 4 of my permanents and he lost 4 cards, so it's a 4-for-4 trade. Time to rebuild. Hopefully I find a swap here. Hey, ask and you shall receive. Nirkana Revenant survives. It's probably a couple of big ifs. I can pump my Nirkana Revenant and then cast Mandate of Abaddon to sweep up everyone else's stuff but my own, because I think of the biggest creatures in play right now. That'd be an effective one-sided board wipe. I wonder what's going on with the Sram player. 4 cards in hand, a bunch of mana at their disposal, but elected to do nothing. Probably have some instant speed shenanigans. Guess I could do a lens. We'll force on the block. We're just gonna fire this mandate off, see if this white player's got anything. So I'm pretty sure I've neutered the guy on the right pretty badly. I could tell by what people are thinking based by their timers and the lack of like timely response. That's how I can measure people's frustration for sure. It's very tongue-in-cheek. Interesting. Well, that explains why I didn't do anything in this last turn. I might have played against this guy before. I've run into a slew of mono white decks that only play at instant speed, and this would be the third one. And I wonder if this is the same guy from each time. The Tato Farmer. Ooh, you want to proliferate my Marcus and my Nirkana Revenant? I might let this guy live a little bit longer so I could keep his permanent for longer. That'd be funny. Oh, he's proliferating the Liberator, and now it can actually pilot these. Pretty slick. Finding a comrade in arms. Well, we'll play our commander. We're here to play commander. Ooh, I should have played this guy's Mind Crank first. He should have crewed something here, because now I got a free whack in on this guy on the left. But this is how you learn too. The guy on the right's surprised I left him live, but I let him live because I see cards because of him. He also mills people for me. He is more useful to me alive than dead. And he's kind of helping my game plan. And he could die to his own stupid rad triggers.
Then you have my permission to die.
I don't even have to do anything. Finish the guy off on the right here. Be done with it. Draw 3. Some life back. Hey, game over. Finally won a game playing mono black. I don't remember the last time I've done that. I hope you all enjoyed, and everyone take care. Have a good night. Bye.